Hola, welcome to Rauta, and this time a duel review. This one is an interesting band from Chile, and make no mistake, this is not for everybody. This is very marginal taste, because this time we enter the world of progressive slash experimental slash avant-garde black metal. That enough is to scare most of you right there, or say, okay, I'm not interested, out of my territory. But those who are in for that, let's talk about this very band, Kexelür. First, we'll take a look at these CDs that were sent to me for review, and the reason why I decided to put them both in the same reviews that otherwise they would have gone into Underground Trio episode, but this time because there's like two releases coming here at the same time, dual review is in place. This features both the demo compilation or demo CD, reissue, whatever you call it, on one hand, and the other is their debut album. So let's start with this one. As you can see, this is a non-glassy digipack. Here just big letters promo, but somehow it got all messed up. Released by Sun and Moon Records. This one is about 44 minutes, if I recall correctly. Digipack CD featuring the early steps of this Chilean band. And like I said, it's stepping on the stones of progressive and avant-garde experimental black metal, to say the least. And as you can see, only a few tracks on this demo thing, meaning the songs are quite lengthy. I will tell you about the name and stuff in a bit, but first we'll go through this unboxing phase. Pardon for sunlight trying to intrude here in this review video, but it is what it is. Given the sunlight in Finland, a very rare thing to enjoy, so we're gonna let it slide. Here you see this debut CD as well. Now, one thing I want to mention is that there was some major malfunction with the CD. First of all, it shows us only one track on this CD and about 50 or 51 minutes. And then when I put it in my CD player, it would just say nothing. Meaning it is totally not doing anything. Fully silent. And for a while I was thinking, okay, maybe it's my CD player acting up. Maybe my amp has decided to call it quits. But then I remembered last night it was working perfectly fine, so I put in another CD, the innate one in the background player. I was like, okay, everything is fine. So I came to here my computer, put it on Bandcamp, and notice it's only like 30 minutes with 3 tracks. And somehow it points out that something is flawed with this particular CD. Don't know exactly what. Guess it's some kind of a misprint. Anyway, so here we have Kexelür, or I'm thinking maybe because it's probably in Spanish, could it be Kexelür? Either way, coming from Santiago, very fresh band, 2021, founded and started in 2022 with their album name, and I tried to pronounce it roughly the way it should be, Llave a las profundidades. So 3 tracks and 44 minutes, that's quite a lot for a demo, but maybe it's because of very experimental nature and all that stuff. Now, there are differences between the demo of 2022 and this album, Epigrama de un pasado perdido, which is then again the debut album, 30 minutes, still 3 songs only, meaning that this band totally loves to make the long and lengthy tracks. Then there is this split between these two, and suddenly that is in English. And once again, another demo from 2024, what la vida como condenada perdida pesadiesca. Anyway, here we're gonna talk about the Llave a las profundidades. Probably there is some kind of a translation, but if I remember correctly, Llave is key, profundidades, profundus, key to profanities, maybe, something like that, probably. Anyway. Originally released digitally on Demo 2022, a little bit later as a CD, first independent, and 2023 by Sun and Moon Records as a digipack, which you just saw here. So 2 years older, but I guess this was sent to me just hand in hand with the Epigrama debut album because, you know, helps to understand the course of action and the evolution of the band when you have both releases. Now, technically speaking, Llave a las profundidades is pretty interesting because, first of all, it's very experimental. It's kind of a raw black metal, but that then again is also explained because of the demo thing here. It's full of varied ideas, meaning it's very much like a mixed bag of goodies. Some are like the fruit candy, something like salmiak, something like chocolate. It's not for everybody. To be honest, the band is going through different ideas, and it seems like it's very, very unfiltered. Meaning, it's more like, hey, I got this riff, I'm gonna just put it here. And then you have these 14, 16-minute tracks, and people are like, what the hell is going on? These songs are ever changing and all that stuff. Now, I have two theories how it came to be. The first one is, it's just about making these compositions like fully thought of and more like that. Just play a guitar, improvise a lot, let the drummer do the work and the bass and whatever you have, add some vocals and do it. Or the other one is they are music college people who decided that let's go to a new level. Let's like some of the dissonant ideas, some progressive ideas, experimental ideas. Let's break the patterns here and do something totally different. And it's either gonna go high and mighty or it's gonna fall flat. Now, unfortunately for me, I'm not exactly a big fan of this much experimentations and progressiveness because first of all, the production isn't that good for this kind of stuff. So you have great ideas, which is not supported great ideas, but demo level recording. Not really gonna work. Also, 44 minutes of a demo level recording, unless you're really nailing it, is just too much. Third idea is the songs are not that good. I mean, you have to have the specific mindset, specific taste for this kind of stuff, and it's gonna work. For me, unfortunately, I don't feel it's gonna happen for me. So unless you are prepared mentally for very, very experimental and progressive ideas for black metal with demo level recording, this is not for you. Even messier it gets when it goes to this Epigrama full album. Now it's easier because it's 30 minutes, but this is even more of a mess. First of all, now the production is even rawer. This is almost like, hey, let's go to early Darkthrone level of rawness and let's make it happen, which is where you feared when you have lots of dissonant riffs, lots of these experimental parts and all that stuff. In a way, the band has clearly evolved into something better in terms of songwriting. However, it's still too much of a mess. It's like combination. You have these really cool riffs, some quite okay stuff, and some outright bad, like filler stuff here. And then you have this raw black metal production, which is not really going hand in hand with these rather progressive ideas. The raw black metal vocals are good though, but every time I get like enthusiastic about it, I'm gonna disappoint because, okay, this riff is just bad. What is this melody all about? So it's very, very confusing. It's almost like trying to troll you to a level. Like, okay, hey, this guy is prepared for progressiveness. Okay, take this. Oh, you want some experimentals? Take that. Oh, you want some dissonant stuff? Take this double hit. Boom. And the rest of the guys are like, okay, this is too much of a mess. Okay, so if you like improv ideas, if you like all these dissonant, progressive, experimental ideas with a little bit of traditional 1990s stuff, then you will love it. That's a good thing. There are always audience for this kind of stuff who is going to say, it's magnificent because it's so different. It's a little bit like Deathspell Omega in the mix. It's a little bit of those progressive bands, which are very few. A little bit of that Darkthronian thing and something else. For me, it's unfortunately gonna fall flat. So I don't know who to recommend this to, but if you recognize yourself, you're gonna love it, or probably at least like it. For me, it's just too much of mixed bag of goodies, which most of them I like. Just like the candy bag. You have lots of different kind of candies, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna like maybe 10% of these ideas. I'm gonna pick them more for myself and give the rest to your friend, family, whatever. So, I don't know, very, very confusing band in so many ways and hard to recommend this to anybody. But I'm sure there are always those people who like it. So at least kudos to these Chilean guys for doing something different, something out of ordinary and all that stuff. And if you feel like one, yeah, go check out the links provided in the description box. But if you think this is too much for you to handle, stay clear of it. See ya.